Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and a new campaign. Now this one I am doing live on Twitch, and this I kind of want to give myself a bit of a challenge. So we are, well, this is the German Empire, but I'm basing this kind of an alternate timeline type thing, set after the previous campaign is the UK, where obviously, you know, Germany didn't do so well. So we're going to start in 1930. Hard difficulty, random opponent. We're going to create our own fleet, but there are a few restrictions. Namely, in order to secure a peace, we've had to sign up to the London Naval Treaty, which restricts us to various limits. First of all, we're not allowed to build anything larger than a cruiser, at least to start with. It has to have 10,000 tons standard displacement, although we'll do our usual cheating with that. And it can either be a heavy with a maximum 8-inch battery, or it can be a light with a maximum 6-inch battery. And I can have destroyers, and that's it. So, the British have spawned in with a small fleet. That's good for this. But they have, excuse me, 4 battleships and 2 battlecruisers that we are not going to be able to match. And then they have a pretty large cruiser force. Obviously, I'm not going to worry about my shipyard size too much. We'll get those up to maximum. Right. Is there any research that is on the horizon? Not really. Working on oxygen torps at the moment. Right, let's get into the design. So, yeah, Battleship 2. How big is that? Out of interest, 52,500. We could maybe start working towards that. Might be interesting. Anyway, I'm not allowed any of these. That is too big, the Heavy Cruiser 2, I would argue. I'd argue the Advanced Armour 2 is too much as well. But we could do a minimum displacement Armoured 1, just. Or we could go for the Heavy Cruiser 1, again, minimum displacement. The 10,000 ton limit obviously is going to be very difficult with the Heavy Cruisers, but I think an Advanced Armoured 1, minimum displacement, as our biggest, baddest ship. This is going to be our 8-inch cruiser. So, let's have a look. I think someone's been... No, microphone's alright. Just, was a bit far away. Right. Tower-wise, there's not a huge amount in it. So I'm going to go for the cheapest one. But the secondary towers, I think it is worth the upgrade because they're not that much more expensive. Okay. Oh yeah. If the British come after us with a battleship, then we're going to be in trouble. Which is why everything is going to have a torpedo on it. Right, what engines? Oh, we have diesels. Now that could be very interesting. Right, 45 smoke, eh? But you're lying to me about that. Okay, so the standard funnel station, I think, is going to be the optimal one. Yeah. Don't think this is going to be the fastest ship in the world. Oh, well, I don't know, 33 knots. It's very respectable. For a heavy cruiser. Hey, Hummel. Yeah, torpedoes, definitely. gear turbines 1 in the campaign. Yeah, I just wanted to use diesels because it's pretty rare. Like, you're not guaranteed to get diesels in the campaign. If you start in 1930, I think I've done a few, and it's turned up maybe half the time. And as well, when I've done a previous Germany campaign, I didn't have access to the Battleship 2 at all. So it does depend. Right, guns. You know, we'd love to use the 9-inch, especially because it's a Mark 5, but not allowed. We're limited to 8s. How big are they? Oh, they're not that big. Could maybe do. This is going to be a very, very classic cruiser, I think. Something like that. Secondaries will be handy. I'm pretty sure this thing fits 5-inch guns. Maybe some. Ooh, that's 2-inch Mark 5s. Nice. Not that you can fit very many on this hull. Ooh, you can, but duals. Okay, cool. What's your problem? You don't want to fire. Well, that's disappointing. Obviously, it's complaining about a full weight offset, but we'll fix that later. Now then, hey Toby. So I have started a new campaign as Germany in 1930. And I'm massively overweight, which I do not like. I'm going to go for everything I could possibly want. I am going to go with... yeah, I am going to go with Torpedo. I do not like the fact that I'm that far overweight. Like, if you... Ooh, anti-torpedo 5. There's so much good stuff that I can get access to, but... being 123% of my displacement. That's not the best. Let's drop the range to minimal. Not that that helps very much. Because we're just really, really bulky. I really like the tech randomization, actually, Admiral. Obviously, I know I'm probably in the minority, but I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's I think it adds a lot to the game. We go with Electrohydro 1 and an auxiliary diesel. Okay, now we're getting to more reasonable stuff. I could drop a knot of speed, happily enough, because we are going to have to fit some torpedoes to this thing. We can go down on this. There we go. Now we're getting into the realms of something I can manage. Hey there, Shin Yuzaki. I think that's right. Good morning from the Philippines. Good morning. Good evening. Yeah, the tech is randomized, Toby. So every time you... I wasn't even close. I know with the pronunciation. I'm sorry. Yeah, so every time you launch a new campaign, you'll see the game running a few years. And the tech... So basically it runs you through the last, I think it's 5 years of tech research. So you don't know exactly what you're going to start the campaign with. Similarly, the way you research, it researches everything at once, but it's slightly random in what you get when. So it's always very slightly different. I might go down... No, let's keep the anti-flood 3. Because, yeah, we do need torpedoes. Now, this one does have underwater slots, but only 2. So I'm going to go with deck torps. Right on the back. We're going to have the biggest torpedoes we can. We're going to bring extra reloads. Mainly for balancing reasons, to be honest. And now we're not looking too bad. I'm pretty sure this can be balanced. He says confidently. Yeah. Just by moving the main tower, which is most of our weight. That makes the fire arc on that pretty terrible. We didn't do it with the front gun? Almost. There we go. There we go. Now the ship's balanced. Oh, I haven't done the armour. I'm an idiot. I should always do armour first before balancing. Yeah. I'm wondering if a triple gun setup would be better. Because these things are heavy, these barbettes. Almost as heavy as the guns. And that does require major rebalancing. But I think that is actually going to be the way to go. So take all the guns off, and let's go with 8-inch triples instead. Yeah, it saves me a little bit of weight. Oh, I have an half weight offset. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go down to reduce torps. I'm probably only going to fire them once anyway, which I'd actually prefer. I'd rather get something else in. Just realised I was balancing the ship in the wrong direction. Like an umpty. Yeah, that main tower is most of the offset by itself. I do need to move it forward, goddamn. Move this back. Do the armour, do the armour, do the armour. Right. Yeah, before I try and get into the fine balancing. Not sure which guns it's complaining about. Probably some of the 2-inch. Proto-panzer ship. 3 guns look better. Alright. No. Boy, you're wrong. The Academy progress, Naval Academy progress, is saved if you, as long as you don't uninstall the previous version, because your saves are held somewhere else separate from the game, and when you install the Steam version, it registers all of it, keeps your Academy saves, keeps your custom battle saves, designs, keeps your campaign progress as well if you have one going on, I'm pretty sure, and it keeps your campaign unlock dates. So don't worry about that. You can swap over, no problem. Yeah, armor on the turrets is fine, actually. Like a little bit more on the top. Belt armor would more would be nice. Again, this is not going to be a mega armored ship. Oof. Actually, I'd rather bring that down. Actually, 2-inch on the foredeck. fine for a cruiser. It'd be nice to bring some anti-torp, but I don't see it happening. Range increase would be nice. 9,000's okay. Yeah, this is not exactly an amazing ship. I will now start balancing it. But it's the best we're going to have. So we're just going to have to make do. Problem. There we go. Move you back. Ah, that would be perfectly balanced, but B turret angles, mind you, it's not terrible. Yeah, none of the angles on this thing are particularly great. Have to be honest. I wonder if we could just move everything further apart. No, do you know what? No. I have it balanced. If I do that, yeah, I go 4-way offset. So, oh my god, moves it by 10%. That's unreal. Right, there we go. Aft. I just want to move these forward a little bit. Just to get slightly better firing angles. And move this tower up. So yeah, that's much nicer on the A and B turret, and a bit better on the X turret as well. What's my pitch and roll like? Not too bad. Okay. Only other thing I can think of optimizing the ship is to take the 2-inch guns off, but you never know. Sometimes they can come in handy. So there we go. We have the Blucher, which is very similar to an Admiral Hipper, I think, in capability. It's really a pretty standard treaty cruiser, I'd say. You know, no torpedo protection whatsoever. So I'm going to have to dodge with these things. Yeah. Yeah, no torpedo protection is a slight issue with these, but, I mean, on a minimum displacement hull, they just can't fit it, I don't think. Not without giving up, you know, something else pretty important. Because, I mean, even anti-torpedo 1, you know, sends me way over. So, yeah, we're going to have to go with that. Alright, save the design. There's a lot of work on a single, a single cruiser. Right, we also have access to the modern light cruiser. So let's get one of those built. I think the top end tower probably is worth it. Hey, Twitchyknees! Yeah, I've missed being on Twitch myself, but yeah, just everyone's full of the cold in my house at the moment, and with the long COVID, it's just not fun. Yeah, hopefully the British AI has my disdain for torpedoes, or I'm screwed. I know it's, again, a little bit weird to go with the funnel like this, but I found on this light cruiser hull, this does kind of work, putting the funnel here, or on the maximum size ones anyway, rather than trying to put it on this, because where your funnel is affects your offset like by a lot. I mean, there it's 31%, here it's 1%. And if you put it on the tower can only go back so far, so it makes balancing it really tricky. Right. Well, we would want 6-inch guns on this, I suppose. Yeah, somehow. Yeah, sad. This hull is so restrictive. I really want to see some more light cruiser hulls. Well, we have seen some. Japan has lots of new light cruisers. Okay. That's plenty 6-inch firepower, I think. Yes, 1930 campaign, yes. Yeah, blue crew, no torpedo protection. Yeah, that always works, right? Secondary guns, 2-inch. Again, on this particular type of ship, can be useful for shooting up transports and stuff, but I'm not expecting them to do amazing things. We're going to need some torpedo launchers on this. Can this thing have underwaters as well? Oh, it can. Lots and lots and lots of torpedoes. Again, we're going to go with 22-inch. I'll leave them on standards. Standards seem to be fine. I'm going to go with tube powder again. I just prefer it to the cordite. Cordite just tends to result in things exploding. Apologies if you can hear a washing machine starting up in the background. Then, if we turn this down a little bit, yeah, these things are not going to be fast because of the if I'm going with diesels. There we go. Well, basically 30 knots. That's not slow, to be fair, but no. So I'm stuck to London Naval Treaty restrictions plus a bit of fudging, mainly because the heavy cruiser, which is over 10,000 tons, like I am aware of that. Like that's the smallest you can get on that hull. Now then, interestingly, I only get Gen 1 radar. Sometimes when you do the campaign, you get Gen 2, a 1930 campaign. I want this thing to be tanky. Obviously, it's going to die if it takes a torpedo, but it's nothing new there. But no, 6-inch guns and torpedoes, 30 knots. And as much armour as I can stick on a light cruiser. It might just last long enough to act as a kind of torpedo boat. That was too adventurous with the superstructure on it. Too adventurous with deck armour as well, I think. Oh, game. No. There we go. Let's go 222. 222 is very close. Okay. The Kolberg are superb range. So these things will be able to get lots of interesting missions and stuff. Which is good. Yeah, it's just a water tank. Either they're lying or it's made of cardboard. I know. Gives us a little bit of a 4-weight offset. I'm just wondering what the best way to balance this is going to be. It's going to be probably moving this tower back a smidge. Moving the funnel. There. That's fine. I know there's an ugly gap next to here, next to the boat deck, but I'll take it. Fire arcs are okay. This one's not great, but the others are fine. We've got plenty of torpedoes. the Kolberg class. Okay, save that. Now, I'm going to have more than one destroyer. I'm going to have a standard, and I'm going to have a leader. I'm going to design the standard first. Viewers on Twitch will know that I do like the German destroyers. They can be extremely good. Now then, what have we got here? 2023. Yeah, go one of those. I don't think you can fit 2 funnels in, can you? No. One of those. And goddamn, even on diesels, this thing can be flipping fast. 42 knots. Yep. Right. Guns. What do we have access to? 5 Mark IVs. That's fine. I know that those can be effective. Look, he even has a Q turret. Look at that. Although I might put a torpedo launcher there actually, because I'm pretty sure. Can you do the? Yeah, you can. You can do the super firing trick on the back. And we're going to have torpedo launcher in the middle. Yeah, this should not work, but it does. So this one can fire over the depth charges, and this one can fire magically through this one. But I need all the advantages I can get. I'm just going to fit it with everything I would like, and then I'll reduce back, which is my normal approach. Electro-hydro turrets would be nice on these because they're so fast. Single bottom hull. No reinforcement on the bulkheads. I can reduce range because they've already got fantastic range. Yeah, 8,000 is fine. To be honest, that's pretty close to what I would like. Like a bit more armor, if I can get it. More armor's always nice, or any armor on a destroyer. Here we go. Let's see if we can. The treaty doesn't apply to destroyers. Destroyers are fine, mainly because I can't be bothered looking up what the hell the destroyer treaty requirements were. Some god-awful nonsense, I'm sure. Ah, yeah, it's the funnel to balance the ship. If you're having trouble balancing ships in the in Core Patch 1, move your funnel around. That helps enormously. Funnel and towers is mainly what you can move around. Here we go. I know it doesn't look great, but we have the V1. Yeah, that'll work, I reckon. So it's going to be our main destroyer. And we're also going to have a destroyer leader. It's an even bigger, nastier destroyer. I'm going to call this the W1, although the game won't respect that. As in, it's a double V. But that's mainly for me, so I remember what the hell these things are. Just gonna have the nicer tower. Again, diesels. We'll go for medium on that. Engine efficiency 23. Yeah, can do a double funnel on this. I could. Okay, let's go for a 2-funnel setup because A, it looks cool, and B, it gives me absolutely tons of engine efficiency. Yes, Eternal. So basically, where your funnel is kind of where your engine rooms are. So you, by moving your funnels around, you're basically moving your engine spaces. It's doing 41 knots at 100%, which is just... I could make it go 42, but it's just slightly slower than the VE class. But, you know, Ws are 1,000 tons bigger, which is pretty significant. Pretty sure the treaty limits for... ooh, hello. Sneaky. Sneaky little gun in there. Can you put it on a barbette? Is it? Yeah, it does get better fire angles on a barbette. Oh my god, the number of guns you can put on this thing. I love it. I need to put torpedoes on it somewhere. Yeah, let's take this one off. That one's a little cheeky. I could put the torpedoes alongside the funnels. But it's a double Q turret destroyer. What's not to love? Oh, it doesn't want to put them there. Interesting. Okay, I might have to get rid of the double Qs and put in torps. I'm so sorry. But interesting to have a look at what you can do with this hull. Yeah, we put 2 triple launchers in. Yes, it's basically a light cruiser, isn't it? Again, we'll get the electro-hydro turrets in. We're pretty good on weight. That's surprising. This thing has way less armor, though. So I would like a little bit of armor. Yeah, that was the problem. Let's get rid of those reinforced bulkheads then. That'll give... I'd rather have the armor than the bulkheads, because the bulkheads is, you know, protecting me from a hit. Protecting me, like, helping after a hit, rather than stopping me getting damage in the first place. Take the deck armors down. Tower. Get it in? Nope. Increased range? No. A little bit more speed? Yeah, good. I am losing a little bit of engine efficiency, but if I push this to 42 knots... Yeah, too much. What about 41.5? That puts them very close. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. So we also have our I'll stick with a 0.34 weight offset. I can live with that. Maybe fix it with the gun. Yeah, there we go. Yes, armoured destroyers. Armoured destroyers are great. Can I fit 2-inch guns next to the funnel? I probably can, actually. No. Actually. Oh. Disappointing. I mean, I can fit them, like, there. But that's not great. Hopefully that washing machine will stop in a minute. You can fit them along here? No. So there we go. That's what we've got. The Blucher, the Kolberg, the V1, and the W1s. Or the V class and the W class. Right. Save that. And that's all we're getting. War has broken out, but or that won't happen until we've built our fleet. So we have 700 million. That's pretty decent. What did the British have? 8 heavy cruisers. Okay, so let's build 5 Bluchers. Going to be a fair chunk of change. They've got 11 light cruisers. So we're going to want... Let's go for 5 Kolbergs. And then they've got 12 destroyers. So we want... Let's go for 2 squadrons. So let's build 2 Ws. And 10... Ooh, 9 V-Class. There we go. And that's all my money gone on light ships. I don't have any money left. And I'm just going to very quickly hit start campaign and see what happens. Okay, no battles first month. That's good. Moving the ships around. I'm just going to queue this up. So we're going to move pretty much everything to Emden. And as I usually do, I'm going to leave everything on in being until I have better crews. Let me move literally everything to Emden. Probably can. There we go. Alright. I will... ooh, monthly balance. Damn. Tell you what, chat. Now that we're at war, do we lay down a bigger ship and get it on the way? There's pretty much no research on the way. So, do we lay down a ship now, or do we wait until it's a shooting war? I vote we wait until it becomes a shooting war. But, chat, if you want to overrule me, and we'll we can lay down perhaps a battle cruiser, or we could lay. Actually, the thing that makes the most sense would be to go for. Perhaps an unrestricted heavy cruiser. Wait till it's a shooting war. Alright, well that'll be in the next episode, no doubt. So I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.